everyone, I'm Zen. Thank you for tuning in. Today we're going to talk about destiny swapping, a concept that might sound intriguing or even unsettling. What is destiny swapping? Destiny swapping refers to the idea of exchanging or switching one's life path with someone else's. This concept often appears in mystical, spiritual, or fictional contexts. It suggests that an individual can intentionally or unintentionally swap their destined life trajectory with someone else's. Why do people want a destiny swap? Some people might feel stuck or overwhelmed with their current circumstances and wish to switch lives with someone who seems to have a more favorable life. This could be an escape from financial hardship, physical struggles, or difficulties they feel are insurmountable. How to spot destiny swappers? Destiny swappers can be subtle. They might constantly compare their lives to yours, ask questions that seem supportive but are actually about gathering information, or even copy your actions and choices. A telltale sign is when someone consistently mimics your decisions or lifestyle without genuine inspiration. Conclusion: being aware of these behaviors can help you protect yourself from potential destiny swappers. Keep an eye out for people who seem overly interested in your life or who mimic your choices without a genuine reason. In the movie Sinners, the character Sammy is inspired by the legendary blues musician Robert Johnson. Makes me think of destiny swapping, especially if you know the backstory of Robert Johnson. The film explores themes of music, identity, and the impact of blues on the Southern Black experience during the 1930s. Sammy's character reflects the musical legacy and cultural heritage of the blues, which plays a significant role in the film's narrative and theme. The film's protagonist recalls another guitar-strumming wunderkind. By now, we hope it's safe to assume that you've seen Sinners. If not, what are you waiting for? The instant classic tells the story of the Southern Black American experience in the 1930s, with messages about art, culture, and ownership woven throughout. Oh, and there are vampires too. One of the main characters of this original period piece is based on an actual music icon who was born more than 1 century ago. That's right, Sammy's character, played by breakout star Miles Cotton, was loosely inspired by blues legend Robert Johnson. Legend has it that Johnson traveled to a deserted crossroads one night long ago to make a deal with the devil. According to folklore, the alleged pact is responsible for the singer-songwriter-slash-guitarist's incredible musical talent, one just like the gifts that Sammy exhibits in Sinners. The film is based in Clarksdale, Mississippi, the birthplace of blues and the site of the aforementioned crossroads. And a theme that runs through Sinners is the fraught relationship between spiritual and secular music. Sammy's preacher dad dubs the blues as ungodly.
Okay, Zen Tranquility family. Cartita. This is a fresh one. Short story is, or is this another case destiny swapping? You tell me. Cartita Taylor is a woman whose recent reappearance after being missing for 5 years has sparked concern and debate on social media. Here's a breakdown of what's known about the situation. Background. Missing for 5 years. Cartita Taylor was reportedly missing for 5 years, and her family had reported her missing. Reappearance. She recently resurfaced in Medina, Texas, after a Facebook post by Ada Smerek, who described Cartita as having been a big help around the house for the past 3 months. Housework and yard work. The Facebook post indicated Cartita had been performing various household and yard tasks for Ada Smerek, and Ada even suggested Cartita was available for hire. Family concerns. Recognized by family. Cartita's sister, Taylor RB, recognized her in the Facebook post and expressed concern, stating that Cartita was an educated professional who had worked at Breyers for over a decade. Suspicion of exploitation. The family's concern stems from the nature of her work and her sudden reappearance, with some family members fearing she might be under duress or exploitation. Conflicting accounts. While some family members have spoken with Cartita and believe she is doing well, others are suspicious and believe she may be being coached or told what to say. Cartita's response. Denial of duress. In response to the concerns, Cartita reportedly appeared in a video stating she was okay, not being held against her will, and had chosen her current path. Ongoing questions and concerns. Autonomy and safety. The situation raises questions about Cartita's autonomy and safety, prompting discussions about potential exploitation and the importance of protecting vulnerable individuals. Investigation. Some believe authorities may need to investigate to ensure she is not under duress or being exploited. Destiny's weapon is very, very real. And it doesn't just happen to celebrities. It can happen to anybody, even you if you don't know the signs. Say physically, because you may need to come back and compare notice because these people show up in your life as friends. As supporters, as fans of you, you could be really talented and really smart. Really, magnetic people enjoy being around and people want to celebrate. You, if you're working on your goals, if you're on a spiritual journey, you don't even have to see it on. They see none. These people recognize the life, very early office, and they try to latch themselves onto it. They have a tendency of latching themselves onto you early now. Destiny swapping happens when people either exchange their path for yours, or they try to intertwine their faith, their destiny with your dress. Because they see your greatness, they see your potential, maybe even before you do. But they do this all while trying to downplay your accomplishments, downplay your goals, downplay your impact. They'll be jealous of your accomplishments and still try to get them hijack your goals for attach themselves to you. Their aim is to dim your light the same way that they're attracted to. Like a moth to a flame, it's paraffin. They try to force this parasitic connection. That's just unnatural. You might find yourself missing opportunities, facing unnecessary challenges, doubting yourself and the size of destiny. Swapping can either be subtle or some come up as unusual. Really unusual coincidences, and it's really just repeated patterns. But like I said, some parasitic, so it feels it's going to feel unnatural. They're going to try to attest themselves to you, and it's not going to feel like a natural connection. Also, just be on the lookout for boundary issues. This can look like love bombing you or even mimicking you, but you're kind of going to have to trust your intuition and like how it feels. And mind you, this is energetic. It doesn't have to be material at all. This is felt. They recognize this light in you and they really just want to hijack you or trick it or attach themselves to, for example, this guy. This man will recognize the light in a flooding artist and try to hijack their faith. And it never feels natural. It never looks natural. But he'll try to hijack their entire persona. So you'll find that they copy you. Or they emulate you, and when confronted with this, they'll tell you that it's a coincidence. But like I said, it was really unusual for coincidences. They do this all while trying to downplay your talents, downplay your impact, downplaying everything that makes you feel everything that they're trying to steal all your energy, that they're trying to farthest. And this can be the friend here, co-worker. I can make an entire video on the guy, because I've been shamed to talk about energy vampires. But let me know if this has happened to you. If you attract jealous people, jealous friends, they really just like be near you. But they don't seem to really like you. Let me know down below, and again, save it in case you have to come back. Cool. Do not let people treat you out of what you're supposed to be doing. There are people that can know who you are. Who can force me? What is coming in your future before you? Sometimes it takes us a while to really acknowledge how great we are. And we allow other people to dim our light to make us think that we are something else to try to put their own language and twist ER so that we don't become who they know that we can become. I don't say this out of fear. I don't say this out of timidity. I don't say this out of accepting everyone to be an option. That's not the case, and you need to be able to decide what people are trying to do with your involvement in their lives. No one is obligated to have anyone in their lives. So if someone is just choosing to have you around, you really need to take a step back and think about why. Does this person want me again? Does this align for the vision that I see for myself? Is this something that I agree with? Is this something that?
Or am I
Lost
reaching?
in the dense forest as late afternoon descends, Ashley struggles to rise, her fall scattering essential gear around her. Alone and desperate, Ashley's voice cracks as she cries out, "Hello? Is anyone there?" The silence of the forest mocks her plea, with her phone as dead as her hopes of immediate rescue. Beneath the dim moonlight, Ashley desperately attempts to retrace her steps, but the forest trail twists and deceives, leading her further into the unknown. Every rustle of leaves ignites a surge of terror, her heart pounding against her ribs like a trapped bird as unseen eyes bore into her from the shadows. The haunting howls of distant animals echo through the trees, each note a chilling reminder of her isolation and vulnerability in the heart of the wilderness. Driven by primal fear, Ashley quickens her pace, her ragged breath a desperate symphony of survival as she flees from the beckoned, unseen presence that stalks her through the night. In the quiet of the night, Ashley stumbles upon an old campsite, where the dying embers of a fire still offer a haunting warmth. A sense of unease washes over her as she examines the scattered remnants of a recent presence, each item whispering tales of the unknown. Panic begins to rise as Ashley imagines different scenarios: a hunter, a lost traveler, or something more sinister. In the eerie moonlight of a forest clearing, shadows stretch like grasping fingers, setting the stage for a night of haunting revelations. A figure emerges from the tree line, its presence a disturbing enigma, blending familiarity with the chilling unknown. Ashley stands frozen, her heart pounding with fear and confusion as she confronts the unsettling presence. The figure's face is hidden, but its eyes glint with an unsettling light, hinting at secrets that Ashley is desperate to uncover.
As dusk descends upon the dense forest, Zen frantically navigates through the trees, her desperation growing with each step.
In a moment of rising panic, Zen checks her lifeless phone, the silence of the device amplifying her isolation.
The tranquility of the forest is shattered by the ominous rustling of leaves, hinting at unseen dangers lurking nearby.
Zen collapses onto the forest floor, her strength failing as she reaches a moonlit clearing.
Emerging from the shadows, a warrior clad in gleaming silver armor stands resolute, her bloodied longsword a testament to battle. The camera focuses on the warrior's face, revealing a cold, determined expression etched upon her features, hinting at a fierce and unwavering resolve.
Zen sprints through the dense forest, her ragged breath echoing her desperate flight from the relentless warrior. In a surge of adrenaline, Zen spots a lone horse, seizing her chance to escape as she leaps onto its back, struggling to command the beast.
Zen digs her heels into the horse's flanks, urging it forward. The horse responds instantly, bolting into a gallop.
The warrior emerges, his eyes blazing with determination, commencing his relentless pursuit as Zen glances back, her heart pounding.
Through the dense forest, Zen urgently rides her horse, constantly looking back as the relentless warrior continues his pursuit. The pace intensifies as Zen desperately urges her horse to greater speeds, her fear growing with each stride. Zen's frantic face reflects the rising dread of capture, her eyes wide with panic.
In stark contrast, the warrior's unwavering eyes reveal his relentless resolve.
Zen glances back, only to find the warrior has vanished, leaving her alone in the silent forest.
Unsure if she is truly safe, Zen slows her horse, her confusion and wariness amplified by the surrounding darkness. The dark, silent forest looms around her, casting a palpable sense of unease over the scene.